level 2s. It is me again. I hope you are all doing well. I feel like I've gone slightly mental already, but what is new? I just wanted to very quickly talk you through the merit and distinction for Unit 13. So by now, as I've said in my email, you guys should have at least completed P1, P2 and P3. If you haven't done that, then I've put instructions in my email for you to look through and get done. So I don't want to carry on with any more content for Unit 13 until you guys are all in the same place, because if not, it just gets a bit messy. So for M1, this relates to the ecosystems activity that I got you to do right at the beginning of this unit. Sorry, my cat's just kind of staring at me intently. So M1, you need to pick 2 ecosystems. So one of those ecosystems needs to be the one that you spoke about in P1, and then you need to pick another one. So it can be aquatic, desert, rainforest, whatever you want, as long as it's different from the first one. So what you need to do once you have, this is really difficult with a cat fighting me, what you need to do once you have got these ecosystems chosen, you need to make a poster. So remember, we are not doing hard copies anymore, everything is online and on the computer, so please make your poster on your computer. Don't send it to me by carrier pigeon or owl or anything, because I won't get it. What you need to do in your poster is, this cat is driving me insane. What you need to do in your poster is explain the different human activities that take place in these ecosystems and go into detail about how they actually affect the plants and the animals in your chosen ecosystem. So for example, if you were to pick a rainforest, you could talk about deforestation and how by cutting down trees we are getting rid of the habitats for maybe monkeys or birds or whatever other animals live in that ecosystem. If you chose an aquatic ecosystem, then you could talk about water pollution, overuse of plastics, which are now making their ways into aquatic ecosystems. So then for D1, you need to evaluate these human activities. So remember, with an evaluation, we need positive and negative aspects. If you just give me positive or just give me negative, then you'll be doing it again. Don't give me more work, please. So you need to make sure that you are talking about the scale and scope that these human activities have. So for example, for the scope, if you were talking about a rainforest, you could go into detail about how many different animals are affected. So monkeys, birds, insects are going to be affected. You could say that if birds don't have these trees and stuff to live in, then insect population is going to get out of control because there's going to be no one there pecking away at them and eating them. For the scale, try and find some statistics. So maybe look at deforestation in the Amazon rainforest, or I don't know, it's the only rainforest I can think of. Find some statistics that tell you maybe how many acres or what percentage of the rainforest has been affected by deforestation. Okay, so I know that some of you have got started on that already, some of you might have finished that, so I'm going to give you some information about the merit and distinction for Learning Aim B. So those of you that were in my lessons last week, you would have done a practical, which looks a bit like this. You would have recorded your results here. If you don't have those, I'm going to attach them in the email so that you can just pop them into your booklets. It's all good. Don't you worry yourselves. For the merits, this section, this one here, M2, you very simply need to just analyse your results. So is there anything out of character in your results that you weren't expecting to see for the ecosystem that we looked at? So you might want to look at the average pH of soil in that area. Does your result that you got differ completely from the average? So analyse your results. Then for the distinction, which is this bit, you're kind of analysing and evaluating yourselves. So how reliable was your investigation? Do you think that the information you actually collected was a true representation of that particular ecosystem and the factors in that area? Do you think that maybe if we had collected our results on a hot, dry and sunny day, that they would have been different? You also need to talk about what kind of errors you might have made. So it might be that you didn't leave the thermometer in the soil or the water for long enough, so that could have affected your results. Make sure you're giving details about how you actually made sure your data was reliable. And that is all. So make sure that you are filling it out in your booklets, which I'm going to send you a copy of in the email. Do not fill them out as a hard copy because I cannot read them. I am here. You are wherever you are. I feel like I'm waffling now, so I'm going to go. Any questions, send them to me on Teams. I'm getting a lot of emails at the moment, so you know, I probably won't get to them quick enough. So Teams is the best place to contact me.